Don't worry, guys, I'm here. Just trying to make sure I got everything going pretty smoothly before we get started. All right. Oh, here we are. And might as well go ahead and start this bad boy off. All right, so you had to give me a second because I got to figure out who all we can work with right now. Assassin Day event team. All right, event team. Looks like it's already labeled for us. Um, hey, we got some pretty good servants. All right. This first wave is going to be pretty easy, so we shouldn't have anything to worry about. Do we have any? Yes. Just kind of want to clear these waves as fast as possible. You know, choices. Yeah, I guess we'll just do Merlin. Stick you in the back. You seem pretty close to another sync chords. And yourself. Oh yeah, I can rearrange these because like it's gonna rearrange again whenever they get the account back. Don't worry, I'm gonna go into details, everybody. I'm gonna go into details. We just want to get the ball rolling. Um, get a lot of the initial stuff through. Where's your? Looks like I'm about to wing it. Actually, I've never seen that craft essence before. That's actually a pretty cool one. I'm trying to see if they had anything for bond, leveling. Doesn't seem like it. So whatever, just move on. Put stars, because, you know, that never hurts. All right. Here we go. Oh, okay, and I'm looking at the chat now. What's up, Ali? Welcome back. And no, so I'm helping out the Halloween event because I'm such a good person. I don't know. I like multitasking, so that's what we got going on. Um, nah, the other account is still way behind. Um, but I'm gonna be multitasking it. Off screen, I'm still um, pushing through on it. It's just off screen. And I did create a Discord group and check the description. You should be able to join it. Okay, I definitely overthought this first battle. Yeah, I naturally juggle like two good accounts on my own. Pushing through an event, pretty simple. The only qualifications we gotta hit is getting one Mecha Elichan. I forgot to ask what color. But I'm fairly certain you told me. And the 4-star Craftus, which naturally we're going to get on regular playthrough. All right, thank you. The whole world knows you're here. All right. And make sure to drop a message in the Discord group because I have no idea if I'm doing it right. Hey, any help would be nice. Any help would be nice. We're gonna try because if all we're doing is getting to MP1 Mecha Elichan, that's really just completing the story. And I think I remember which ones it is. And given the servant choices that we have, should can't enter the chat though. All right, man, that sounds a good start. I guess I'll work on that at the same time. But the hit not a number? How does this even work? Oh, the link is wrong. Okay, all right. That's an easier fix. Let me try to finish that up. Okay, it changed it. see here. Everything too badly. Great. My YouTube says it doesn't want to work.
最近、私の城から備蓄が減っているよ。新しい悪巧みですか？ネズミらしく、うろちょろと世話しない。
Hold on. Alright, so let me turn off live. Oh wait, no, that's not what I want to do. Organize this by attack power. What am I fighting? I need stuff to just kind of come out and attack me. Oh, event filter. So in the early stages, because I know they're going to give me a whole bunch of bronze enemies, I'm going to try to look for people who have 100%. Even better. Alright, hold on. So let me try to get everything fixed while hopefully not destroying the stream at the same time. There we go. Alright. Here's the whole thing. If that link works. Then I need to change it in the description. I forgot which one was to bust her up. Okay, that's it. All right, you are in the chat. The link is again? Let's see. What's the first mission again?
物資の補給。
Oh,
カルデアの事情は知りませんが、そちらはそちらで大変そうね。
Wait, that was the first one I did. Oh, but I didn't put in the HTTPS thing. That's right. Yeah, I just posted it because yeah. I guess I will. Whatever. As long as this one works, we're good. So, Discord, we got it now. I tend to like overkilling things, so we're about to blow these things back. So yeah, basically to try to get through this the fastest, like I said, we're gonna be using whoever can pull like the event, like pull extra people for us to fight. It's generally gonna be our go-to. Makes it a lot easier. And I think these two servants are gonna pretty much kind of get us where we need to get as efficiently as possible. When in doubt, give them more stars.
それじゃそれじゃ信長ぞ踊り足りないなこれで。
Yeah. Let's do these. I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to be creating a playlist, so while I'm playing, I have some unique music playing, but I kind of keep forgetting to do that part. Because I actually have some music, um, specifically my outro theme. Outro theme whenever I do like recorded videos and stuff, and I got it's hilarious for me. I love it. It's just adorable. If I could find a way to play it right now, I will. That wouldn't interrupt the stream. In fact, no, I could do it on my phone. Actually, I just have to play what's already playing in the background on it. Just because some of it will kind of bring it, whatever. And yeah, I'm gonna be avoiding a lot of the copyrighted ones. The ones that kind of want to go to are like either related to the game, so that way it's not people from already playing the game, and then from some not so popular stuff. So I do avoid any copyright stuff. Nothing poppy or hip hoppy, all nerdy anime stuff. Even though, fun fact, my very first video on Fate Granddaughter actually got targeted. So it's very specific on which song it's still looking for.
待たせたな。いいぞ。見せてやるとも。信長さんも来る。
Lower the game music. All right. How the heck this thing survive? It was the part that got hit was the video. So you know when you do the intro of the game, you eventually get to this cutscene, and the video is what actually got hit. I think it gave me like a segmented view of it, and that's why. So had I just blocked that out, I would have been fine.
ここがレジスタンスの隠れ家か。なんとみすぼらしい。
just end up doing these a whole bunch until some more stuff pops up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. Cutscenes is they look for those. So I pretty much got to make sure that if I do end up with like a cutscene, you know, block it. It may not be your internet. It could still be me. You know, with the stream dropping to 144p. I know my little stream health is kind of orange. That's mainly just because I haven't perfected the size of the video. Okay, well, you know, it could be you. Yeah, I wanted to save Assassin's Noble Phantasm for the second wave. I didn't expect it to take literally 3 turns for that. As they say, when in doubt, bust her out. I just want to take this whole wave out in one hit. It might be a little overkill in buffing, but you know, it's so much more irritating for somebody to survive with like 20 HP, and then your Noble Phantasm goes off, and it just messes up your whole chain. So yeah, it might just be a little overkill, just a little. That's all right though. If they all drop dead, we win. That's the goal. How did how did they survive at 69 HP? That's man, I'd be real salty about that one. the game can do that. The game can do that. It's got a real sick, twisted sense of humor. It really does. Um, so as a whaling story, um, this is crazy. So first summer event, I wanted to get summer caster. I mean, well, yeah, summer caster, which was Caster Marie, and that's all I wanted. I just wanted to get Caster Marie. I didn't want service during that time. You know, not too greedy. And of course, you know, I'm like, hey, you know, let me just go ahead and drop some dollars on it or whatever. And I had saved up to try to get her. So I had 11 summon tickets and maybe like 60 to 90 cent course. I think I just kind of had. And used the first 12 summon tickets. And within the first 12, I had got Summer Artoria. So I was like, boom, bet. This is amazing. You know, wasn't expecting to get her, but hey, I like it. You know, we're not going to say no to, you know, Summer Artoria. And then started doing the multi rolls. And then I ended up getting Martha and then another Summer Artoria. And I was like, okay, so this is cool, but I want Caster Marie. No problem. I'll just put a little bit more money into the game. And sure enough, after I put like I want to say $100 in it, they gave me another Summer Artoria, another Mordred, another Martha, no Caster Marie, and the Summer Mordred. I did get a Summer Mordred as well. So I'm getting all of them, still no Caster Marie. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna come back later. Roll a couple days later. Rolled a couple days later. I put like $25 in it. They gave me two more Summer Artorias. I ended up MP5ing her. And finally, after that was done, and I think I did like a couple single tickets. They finally gave me Caster Marie. I was I was so salty but happy, but so salty because I didn't want Summer Artoria. Um, but they just threw her at me. I ended up with 5 of her, 3 Marthas, 1 Summer Mordred, and then I eventually got one Casa Marie. Craziest luck ever. Literally the craziest luck ever. I've never seen that before. This year they were nicer to me. And I ended up getting 2 Casa Maries and then another Summer Mordred because I wanted another one for surfing memes. But yeah, that's how I accidentally got an MP5 Summer Artoria looking like a true whale when all I wanted was just 1 Casa Marie.
無駄な抵抗を続けていずれくだらないその程度で何ができる
I have more pumpkin nights. Pumpkin nights are the other one. And then I got all kind of crazy, funny stories. I touched my friend's account for 1 second and just decided to roll in the middle of the day for him and got him. I think it's Caster of the Nightless City. I think that's her hidden name because I'm not here to spoil anything. Lucky dog. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm a whale at this point. That pretty much solidified it. Couldn't get away from it. Boost knights. Yeah, that is the name. Thank you. Did you get anything good out of your rerolls yesterday? Martha's pretty solid. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at a Martha. She just got her strengthening quest. But you're saying re-rolling, like you were doing a fresh account. What did she do to you? I've never participated in doing the fresh account. I just took my bad luck and just ran with it. My main account I started at launch. Maybe not day one, maybe like a week into the launch, but I started real early. So they gave me my very first technical gold servant was Ryder Marie, which is why I wanted to cast her for him. I of course got the Saber Lily because everybody got the Saber Lily at that time, and then I used the ticket on Emia. So I ended up with 3 gold servants, and then I think my first 4-star afterwards was Nero, and then I went crazy for Nero and ended up with like Nero Bride and all of that. My very first 5-star servant was Drake. So if anybody joins the Discord group, link in the description, you'll see that is the Discord group's picture. Because Drake is basically the epitome of what skills I like in this game. 50% battery that ignores invincibility and gains critical stars, natural high star weight, an ability to further boost her MP gain, and then she can strengthen her damage, her MP damage, and her attack up as well. That's pretty much what I love in a servant in a nutshell. She still kind of is weak, but hey, that is fine. Drake needs to be buff. All right, she's not broken. She needs a buff. Because Iskandar does more MP damage. Actually, her natural attack is pretty low. She's actually on the lower side of the riders. She just has like crazy star weight. Like she just pulls stars, and she has really good MP gains even without her second skill buffed up. But in terms of like a sustained battle, she's more of like a one and done. She'll explode all over the place and then just kind of fall off. Yeah, explode. I mean, she's got cannons, so crap cannons. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. 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 I think because that's my main support. She's pretty solid. Definitely good go to. She's one of the better writers for support, other than like Ozymandias, because of her 50% MP charge. You can kind of take her almost anywhere, especially once you start getting her MP up. I ended up getting 3 copies of her so far. I do want to MP5 her, but I'm not going to whale it. I don't really. Her damage is pretty solid without having to put in all that extra. This is gonna be a wait. Oh, actually, I think I can fly right through this. Who all do I have MP5? Oh boy. Um, Let's see here. Let me buff up real quick. Well, I can only imagine we mean, what, 4-star and above? Okay, yeah, 4-star and above. MP5. So I have Emiya, MP5. Ryder Marie, MP5. Obviously, Summer Artoria, MP5. I think every event servant, but I don't really count them. You know, they just kind of come MP5 for you. Emiya, Ryder Marie. I feel like I want to say there's a Berserker I have MP5 that I don't use because I already had Lancelot, and I just didn't care about using somebody else when I already leveled up Lancelot. But there's like 3 AoE Berserkers: Frankenstein, Tamamo. It might be Tamamo. I might have her MP5, but I just haven't touched her. But I don't really go too crazy with doing all the MP5ing and stuff. Oh, let's complete this. Oops. I keep forgetting what everything is. Yeah, I can understand that one. Um, that's what when they say rate up is a lie. That's exactly what they mean. Rate up is a lie. I think what I remember I was rolling for Merlin. Yeah, in fact, I was rolling for Merlin. No, it wasn't Merlin. There was I think it was during um, Nero. It was whenever Nero Bright was available because she's a limited servant, and I rolled for her and I ended up getting Tamamo with one with one ticket because as a matter of fact, yeah, I just got done doing one of the challenge quests and decided to just go straight, just drop it, and then they gave me Tamamo with the summon ticket, and then I used the next summon ticket and they gave me Nero Bride. Um, that one was really hot one recently. But the other times have just been like me getting Ozymandias when I was trying to get Drake, and I was kind of like half smiling and half dying because I was like, I mean, he's good because I didn't have him, but at the same time, I was like, I wanted another Drake, and I wasn't gonna spend money. No, no, no. I remember now. I remember now. It was the Pervati or whatever. As a matter of fact, I took a screenshot of it because it hurt my soul. Put it in the Discord group. So if you're not in the Discord group, you can't see it. Let me see here. Where is it? This one? Yeah, it was this one. Um, I ended up getting, so again, she's a 4-star, and I ended up getting Caster Gill, Assassin Emiya, and the Assassin of Shinjuku. But Parvati was on rate up. Nah, nah, that didn't make. I was mad. I was so mad. Yeah, rate up is a lie for sure. It was a heck of a roll, heck of a roll, but rate up's a lie.
影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを士族。
Yeah, man. I want. We got Latoria and 2 copies of Salter. That's a pretty good roll there too. Oh, but yeah, you did say that your count got messed up. Oh man. It's not too bad to get back in the game.
無駄な抵抗を続け、くだらない。その程度で何ができるのです？見逃してあげましょう。
Demonic enemies, chaotic servants. Alright. Was it the fox one? These are all the same. Okay, gotta use the golden fruit. Yeah. He's actually a pretty good crit servant. It's just there's so many single target sabers. It's hard for one to stand out without being basically busted. This one remembers what this really. 影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを士族。Yeah, if you contact them, they will help out help you out in trying to get your account back. Um, I had a couple of friends who've had that issue, and they generally get success. It's easier for them to connect it though if you've made a payment, like even just one purchase on it. Um, but generally, you can get by just with your with the Google account that you use to download it. I know somebody else subscribed had that issue, and he managed to get his account back. He might be watching, he might not. I don't know. Whoever Mr. Crimson is. And yeah, Lancelot is a single target saber. He's really solid. Cause like he does a lot of crit damage, and then he gets to just kind of loop his MP, um, generate his own stars. He's really self-sufficient. Whereas a lot of the other crit sabers have to either like they can get their own stars, but they can't pull their weight, or they can pull their weight and get stars, but they don't add extra damage. He's kind of like, yeah, I can do it all.
最近私の城から備蓄が減っているようですが、新しい悪巧みですか？ネズミらしくうろちょろと世話しない。レジスタンスは
I actually didn't realize how efficient this team was going to be. I haven't really needed to change it. They don't really have a lot of saber enemies, so I'm going to butcher her name, but Skithoff, um, she's solid, and most of these waves can just be kind of sliced through with her. On my main account, I just did surfing memes. I didn't even try to think through them. I didn't even care if they had assassins. I just swam straight through them.
各馬よってわしを見よ。これよりは第六天魔王織田信長が波動燃え尽きるほどファイナルに。夢のように片付けよう。この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
I don't even think I don't need the stars. Yeah, I have Nero Bride and Tamamo. My Tamamo only I maxed out her art skill. I only really maxed out a third one, because the other two I didn't really need to burn resources into. My Nero Bride is 10, 10, 10. And then some of Mordred's first and third skills are maxed out. And I think her second skill is like 7. And Bedivere is actually really strong for a 3-star servant. He's really strong for 3-star servant. I would say that the hardest part is literally pulling more copies of him. Just because of you can't really get him in the friend gotcha. And I wouldn't say it's hard to level up as free to play, because I do have a second account that I really just don't spend money on. I just got. I have a friend, the person whose account this is. They don't have a YouTube fully. They're really just afraid to make comments, but they said that Bedivere is best boy, and they grilled him on both NA and JP. So you have fine taste. Yeah, he's a great copy. I mean, he's a great servant to get, especially for um, servants. I mean, for being a 3 star, being a lot easier to pull than some of the 4 and 5 stars, and then being a lot less on resources. And then the trick to being free to play. I'm gonna try to go over it more so with my the count of giving away. Is like the way that you use your resources in it is really crucial. I think 10 rolls have a certain magic to them. Um, I can't confirm it, but it's like when you save up for a 10 roll and you roll at very specific times, it just seems like your luck really just comes through. Um, it just seems that way. Like a matter of fact, on the count I'm gonna be giving away, I managed to get I ended up getting 5 star Lancer. Because I rolled at one of my specific times I like to roll at, and I managed to get her on there. Yo, this 846. See, this is why I overbuff. This is why I overbuff. Uh, yeah, a lot of people like that true grail. He's actually worth the grails. Alright, we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna blast through Mecha Eliton. So far, the only service I've railed to 100 has been Drake and oh, that actually killed her. Has been Drake and Summer Autoria. And I mean, Summer Autoria should be a given, considering, you know, I got her MP5. Another word from our sponsors. They said to grill the best boy to 100 and 10 10 10 him, please. He deserves it. I agree. He absolutely deserves it. They all deserve it. I just wish we had enough grills to just give it to everybody. Unfortunately, I'm more of a gameplay noob. Even though my favorite servant is actually Media. Watching her in Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, man, I was like, she's more busted than Gilgamesh. Because I did watch Fate Zero first, and I watched Unlimited Blade Works, and I was like, yeah, man, how could you compete with Media? She can take your servants, she can teleport, she can open up dimensions the same way that Gil does, and pull out a whole bunch of different whatever crap. She can summon her own servants. She can do literally everything. A master that could fight. And then I was like, bro, she's amazing. And she was just so, I don't know. I liked her character. I really liked her character. And I feel like they cheated her. I did give her a grail, but getting her to 100 would be a lot of grails. And unfortunately, her skills aren't what I like as servants. But I do like her. Because her first skill, I like her first skill. 100%, it's pretty nice. So there's that. And this is more of a plot strength rather than real strength. Uh, yeah. I mean, she only lost because of plot armor. Like, if things were to not have as much plot armor against them, like if Shira wasn't literally carried until the very end, she would have wiped the floor with him. She was literally in a position to win the whole war. She didn't even need her master, and she was in position to win. But you know, gotta be carried. Let's see. I'm gonna try to get a whole bunch of stars. I'm gonna try to fly through this. She did. Um, she did need that time. Yeah. Like she still had to prepare it all. So I mean, I get that. Like, but honestly, in the war, um, none like if you look at Fate Zero, they weren't exactly just like going straight to war. Started. So it's like most of like pretty much every single time they've had a caster, um, the caster was getting stuff. Like they were building up all their energy and all that. So the casters always got the full strength before anybody really found out. Um, so even though it's kind of like a downside, it's really not just because it takes them too long to find her or any of the casters to say. And yeah, and Shiro's the main character. He has to win. Even though he doesn't have to beat everybody, he still has to win. And it's kind of frustrating. He should have lost. But hey, you know, that's what great writing does. Oh yeah, we're supposed to lose this one. But I'm gonna try to beat her anyway. Oh, okay. She just boosted up her Noble Phantasm. And shot my Merlin. Sweet. But he survived. What the crap? Now he went down. Yeah, they pretty much always let the casters get the full strength. Um, and I don't think that that's not too far off the truth anyway. But even if you watch Faye Prisma Ilia, Media was pretty strong there too. Um, yeah, I had another notification. Oh, no, it's just Facebook. Facebook. I don't even want to get started on Shiro beating Gil. I don't. I don't. We'll be here all night. We will literally be here all night. There's no way. nah, nah. Shiro's not winning. It was the like what a lot of what happened in beginning in Limited Blade Works was like really catering to him, but him winning that fight, nah. It really diminished Unlimited Blade Works for me pretty hard. Like that's why I really prefer Fate Zero, and after like really appreciating Apocrypha, I actually like Apocrypha more than Unlimited Blade Works. Even though their technical main character was worse, I kind of like Apocrypha more. Sig is he's kind of a standard. He's like a shonen character, you know. He's got to protect everybody. You know, he's got to get stronger. He got plot armor, strength. He's a shonen character. It doesn't really make him bland. It's just something that you've already seen. Um, you know. I don't. I would say. Um, I like the way the war was presented. I find. Is it stream offline? Yeah, it's off. It still says live on my side. It's weird. Yeah, no, it's still going strong.
よし、戦いだ。苦手だけど全力でいこうか。
Yeah. Anybody else having any issues? Yeah, everything's so here for me. Oh yeah, that whole thing where Gil was hesitant to pull out Aya just because he was too prideful. Yeah, nah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Um, but I will say the nonsense that they pulled in Apocrypha, I that almost takes the cake because Apocrypha pulled a heavy stunt on that one. Not even gonna lie, they pulled a stunt on that one. Having Astolfo get the Noble Phantasm, like everything worked out way too perfect. Because honestly, freaking the writer, I can't think of his name now. Achilles. Yeah, Achilles could have soloed that whole thing. In fact, the what was it? The Red Faction? They were stacked. Achilles and Karna. There was no that literally there should have been no way for them to lose. Yeah. Uh, hit message. Apocrypha light novels are a lot better. The anime got a lot of flack because of them leaving stuff out. I agree that it probably it got a lot of flack. It had to get a lot of flack. It just it felt too just there's just certain parts where it just doesn't work out. But I do still enjoy it. I definitely would put it number two in terms of the in terms of what's out there. Like I still think Fate Zero's number one, and I would put Fate Apocrypha number two. And tied for third is Unlimited Blade Works and Ilia Prisma. And put your phones down. Don't call the police. No. Story wise, I actually did find Ilia Prisma to be pretty good, especially the third season. It actually picked up in the third season. I actually appreciate the third season of that show. The first two kind of, the one thing I did actually appreciate from watching that was how they transitioned each season to feel brand new, even though it was the exact same character. Because like the flow and the energy in season one was completely different than two, which was completely different than three. So I actually found that to be really well done. Um, it's kind of funny. It is. I'll definitely give it. It's kind of funny. I just it was. I kind of really expected it to be a lot worse. Um, but I tried to go into it open minded because I was definitely expecting it to be terrible, and then I ended up appreciating it. And in Fate, Unlimited Blade Works is like I would put it. If I had to choose one or the other, I put Unlimited Blade Works over it. Um, but I think Iliad Prisma is actually really up there. And then what was it? Fate Encore with Nero. Yeah, and the fight scenes are actually great. But I try to leave the fight scenes. Um, I try to leave the fight scenes out of it almost, because like as each year goes by, they can only increase in the production, the quality of it. So it's like if something's newer, I expect it to be better. So I try some of the older ones. Like Fate Zero's fight scenes can't really compete with like season three's Ilia Prisma. It just can't. Like they were great. Like especially when they were pulling the hammer, that was amazing for me. Um, but I can understand if somebody found it really really weird to watch. I completely understand. Encore was definitely off. It was weird. I tried to like it. I'm gonna have to watch it a third time and really sit down and try to absorb it a different way. But it was weird. I think it was really trying to be a lot more dark and edgy, and that's one of the good qualities it had. It was it was nice not having such a weak master, because a lot of the masters can't fight, outside of like Media's master, um, uh, Kiritsugu, um, or Emiya Senior. Most of the masters can't really fight all that well. So having a master that could fight alongside their servant was a refreshing look, and I appreciate things like that, because you don't really see it all that often. So I appreciated that, but the story of it was just it was too vague. Um, let's see, a complete mission number 14. And then side comment, of course. You got the Heaven's Feel is good too. That one is number 2 to me because of how they treated Sakura and the Charmos. Also, her and Shiro are good. But Emiya Gohan, I guess Senior, is number 1 because Ku got to be cute in it. Heaven's Feel, I like what I've seen so far. I've liked what I've seen so far in Heaven's Feel. Mech enemies, crap, this is gonna suck. Actually, no, I know how to go through this quickly. This castle gate is open. Perfect. Guess mech. Give me 1 second to refresh my brain on this part, as I remember I got stuck on this one. And I ended up doing it really, really poorly. So is it mass production? Is it the 3? Crap. I need to actually do it first, and then it will tell me. Drones. I think it's the 3. I think it's this one. Okay. I think. Oh no, I still need to do the bronze ones. Crap. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. So, Prisma Ilia. Yeah. The Ilia versus Saber Ultra was a pretty good fight. I really, really, really preferred. I like season three's fighting. Season 3 fighting was actually really solid. Put all the fight scenes in. I would put theirs pretty high up there. I think Emiya Senior versus Kotomine, obviously, an amazing fight. Can't think of too many other fights off the top of my head right now. You know, I will actually give credit that Encore actually had some pretty good, unique fights. Even though it was kind of built like a video game, I actually enjoyed the fights in there, and I enjoyed seeing Drake. So it gets bonus points because Drake was there. Um, and it was the one time Shinji wasn't. I mean, he was still terrible, but he wasn't like super terrible. But he was still Shinji. Um, I really want to watch season 2 of Heaven's Feel. Oh man, I almost forgot about Carnival Phantasm. Carnival Phantasm is hilarious. I actually just rewatched it again. Um, what last week? And I think Carnival Phantasm is amazing. If it was actually a standalone Fate, it would be number 2. If it was actually standalone, it would be number 2, just because of how funny it is and just kind of perfect for what it needs to be. I love it. It's like going back and watching Heracles solo everybody from Fate Stay Night on the way to get batteries was hilarious. That was probably my favorite episode. I watch a lot of Fate. I watch a lot of Fate. Definitely an amazing show. You can get a 5-star servant from the tutorial pool. I think. I know you can pull another 4-star. So they give you like you can pull a 4-star, but like they're guarantee you 4-star. I'll still which to use, but I think you can pull a 5-star. Reconnection successful. Let me check on the stream health. Everything's still good. I don't know why it does that. I know it's not your net this time. I don't know why it likes to act funny. Let me see here. Try to... Well, in terms of this event, we're actually making pretty good time. But yeah, in terms of my top, I think it'll be in that order. Yeah, I think you can pull. I think you could pull the 5-stars in it because I remember a lot of people were re-rolling for waiver. I remember a lot of people were re-rolling for waiver. You just couldn't use them at the beginning, but I think you still get another like 30 cent cord, so you technically get like 2 10 rolls. But I think it's heavily weighted for you not to pull anybody over a 4-star in that first 10 roll. Okay, they do count. I think it's these. Yeah, gotta fly through these things. I think I can actually get the MP1 from Meki Alichan pretty quickly. Now, one thing about some servants, you're like, man, I don't really like this servant, and that happens. But then they end up being super helpful for you. Mine was Summer Artoria. But, you know, now I love her. Who else? Who was that I like really? I like all my servants. And you just get servants just so randomly. It's just like You just have to, you know, progress through. They give you so many sync ports to try to roll. Um, and even if you are free to play, and even if you are free to play, um, one, you can use support servants like my friend just suggested, and then two, you, I'll say everybody knows there's going to be two guaranteed 5-star servants, and basically I think it is equal to about $25 to $30 depending on where you are, and it's if you're you know if you can save up $25 $30 over 6 months, which isn't a lot, you can get yourself at least one 5-star. Like, not saying to roll all throughout the year and be a whale, but if you're willing to put $50 down on like the new Call of Duty or new FIFA, anything like that, putting down that's like half that money wouldn't be the end of the world. But I wouldn't blame you if you didn't want to do it. I wouldn't blame you. I would not blame you if you didn't want to. But it's and plus the 5-stars aren't even all that serious. They're really greedy. Um, really, they're really clunky for the beginning. In fact, using my new account, I actually find that it's much easier playing with 3-stars progressing through the game until you get to the very end. 5-stars don't really kick in until you get to the literal last chapters. Yeah, I mean, if you just haven't done it, you haven't done. I wouldn't stress it. Let's see here, we're about to burst through this thing real quick. And then of course the comment that nobody can ever see, uh, the comment from my friend, being FTP is actually really good. It won't make it possible, and a lot of servers are useful to help carry as well. Like Ku, guessing Alter, has saved me more times than I can count. Unless you have favorites, you can save like I did for Merlin, which is in fact who we're using right now because we are definitely overworking Merlin currently. So and there you go. Pulling, saving the servants, getting the ones that you actually need. Even though you're free to play, you can still get some pretty solid servants. You just can't give up hope. It's not likely to get it on the very first try. Sometimes you just kind of luck out. I ended up getting Drake on one 10 roll, just one random 10 roll. She came home. And I've appreciated it since. I had no idea who Drake was at first. In fact, that's the servant. I didn't have no clue who Drake was. I just rolled and got him, and it's been fun since. And Altera is good too. I actually wanted Altera when I first got the game. I just wasn't lucky enough to pull her. Alrighty. You only got 32 friends. We're gonna have to pump up those numbers. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Everybody's good at MP1. Honestly, the higher levels are a little over exaggerated. Everybody kind of exaggerates it. I think a lot of it is just kind of like the hypeness behind it. Like, oh, I got MP5. Look at me. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Um, but it's not that serious. And yeah. The scaling, if you actually look at the hardcore numbers, the scaling once you get behind MP2, it really depreciates. So like in general, it's like your first MP is 100%, MP2 is 200%, but then it gets only to 300% at MP3. I mean at MP5. So like MP3 would be like 250, MP4 would be 275, and then MP3 would be 300. So really, at most, you only need to get to MP2. Yeah. So it's like MP2's really like the most budget friendly one. Because after that, it's just not worth the energy, unless you just really want that batch partner to say, hey, I got an MP5 servant. You either go MP like either just get them an MP1 or just don't bother going beyond it unless you're really going hard for MP5. And I say that because like it's really not that serious. Um, because most of this game you can get through pretty well. Um, having to really put all that much energy behind it. Hmm.
私とてシャレはわかる。華麗に踊ってみせろよ。
And yeah, and there's actually multiple ways to play through it. Stalling's a good way. You know, you can add it like 3-turn Buster through, um, or stall through. Now that's one thing I haven't used. I haven't used sync court to do um, for the story. I didn't use any sync courts to like get through certain events. Not like in a flexing way. Just um, I would just lose it and then just try again and just change up my strategy. Um, the only times I used sync courts to push through something was challenge quest. I would use my sync courts for certain challenge quests, and then I would still go back and complete the challenge quest without a sync courts anyway. But if I was just frustrated one, like King Hassan, I would throw stuff at it. That was just irritating. I'd say, yeah, I mean, again, it's still a game, and you're gonna get a whole lot of sync courts anyway. So, like, if you use it, you use it. It's, progress through the story. They put it in the game so that everybody can enjoy the game and experience it all. Um, and yeah, I can actually see Lancer Artoria being real difficult, and Tiamat. In fact, that whole Babylonian thing, that was a nightmare. my friend, whose account I'm using, says that they use sync courts all the time because they're bad at the game. But nah, I think they're just exaggerating. But in case they aren't, I mean, it's still not that. It's still not the end of the world. Oops, I think I did that in the wrong order. Oh well.
影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを
Yeah, nah, and I can understand that the whole ignore invincible on Latoria, um, because I had a similar issue with the challenge quest, um, in the latest Nero Fest, where the last group had what is her name? The with the Buster single target lancer. I forgot her name. Starts with a B. But she gave the entire team ignore invincible, and just made it a nightmare to get past her. So I ended up having to burn command seals fighting her because I couldn't get past it. Um, I ain't afraid to say it. Heck, I'm like, if I had it recorded, I would have recorded me burning command seals to get past her. I'm not too good. I'm not too good.
いいぞ見せてやる。
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
More friends, never hurt. And that's another thing. Add friends. Try to at least log on every day. Add friends. Update your support list. You never know when you'll get accepted by a whale, and then they just carry you in their flat blubber and just make life easy for you.
2度ならず3度までも新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。
And what's everybody's favorite event types? Like this one's obviously the mission one. Then you have like the lottery systems. You have the lottery. You have mission. You have the challenge quest. You have just the ones that you kind of farm on. What's everybody's favorite one? Yeah, having 2 servers from each class, one single target, one AoE does make progression through the game easier, but it's not required. In fact, I didn't have a single target lancer until I don't even have it until more so recently, until like this year. I finally got a single target lancer. I just use the 5-star lancer Artoria for pretty much everything. If in case I needed a lancer or tried to use a berserker, it's helpful, but it's not it's not a mandatory thing. And then you could always pull from support. I would say you want 2 AoE servants, 2 single target servants, and 1 general support servant, even if it has to end up being Hans, to really get through the story of the game. Because if you need a specific servant, you can generally pull that from your support list. Like whenever the King of, was it? Yeah, whenever King Hassan was the thing, everybody was spamming Irie because she had guts for the team. So a lot of the support lists had Irish feel on there. Someone has a Nobu and Summer Nobu at 100 and 10, 10, 10, and the list was full. That's the worst. Oh, so you were still kind of pretty new to it. And then their favorite was lottery and just normal grind events. My personal, I love mission events because like once you kind of strategize it all, like you see how many of these things were just knocking out. You just complete it just so quickly. Um, I love this. It's straightforward. It tells you exactly what you need, and then a lot of the times, all of the craft essences that you need are just kind of straightforward to get there. The grind events for me, they're just too boring. Lotteries kind of lotteries in the middle because I love how much you can get out of it, but it still feels grindy. And then ladder events, yeah, I don't really like ladders. I don't know, I'm weird. Oh, this eye is dead. Single target. Yo, I really have not changed up this team at all. This is almost like me using Summer Mordred because this is pretty much what I did the entire time. And you see, like, we're literally just running through with 3 servants. Not even Skadov's not even level 80. I don't even know what their skill levels are. In fact, I need to look at that. I don't even know what their skill levels are. I'm just clicking buttons. I didn't even look at the skill levels because I just knew the type of servants I needed. It wasn't so much that they need to be 10 max out as helpful, but the real priorities is making the right synergy. I got an AOE servant, and then I have a single target servant. Now I made sure, because like in this case, to be efficient, the single target servant is a berserker. So pretty much no matter who I'm fighting, I know the big boss. I can generally one shot them. Where's the next story? Um, yeah, that's pretty much how you efficiently push through everything. Where the heck is next? I know y'all are new. I need next. I forgot where it is. Oh no. Hmm. I don't know where to go. Oops. All right. Well, I'm gonna just clear everything. Yeah, that's actually 241-161-725. Yeah, these are not even maxed out skills. Still efficient. So yeah, and you can get through most of it with like level 60 servants and yeah, you can get through most of it like that. Um, they try not to make it too hard for everybody to kind of get through. Oh yeah, you're in a different time zone. For me, it's not even midnight yet. I got an hour and 30 until midnight. But I'm glad you could join us, and I appreciate you helping out the Discord group whenever, or you know, I'll do more with the Discord group. But I'll definitely have it down whenever I have more stuff. So we'll catch you later, man. Good night.
いいぞ、それもいいな。影の国へ連れて行こう。 ゲインフォルクを
I think we're moving pretty smoothly though. This super dragon's about to make this pretty terrible.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。お望みのままに。
Especially because we didn't get any Nobu faces.
それもいいな
Okay, now we went through this one pretty smoothly. うんYeah. Oh, and anybody still here, make sure to join the Discord group. I'm still trying to get through this. Make sure to join the Discord group, though, as it's going to be a great way to communicate once I get everything rolling. Oops, gotta put on this buster buff.
わしのロックが聞きたいのかそれもいいな 信長ザ
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
Oh, well, that's good to know. Not moving pretty quickly. I'm not even sure on how fast is fast for this. But hey, we're gonna try to get through it. Yo, account holder, when you gonna exchange out your little sync quartz? Oh man, you need to get the extra free sync quartz that they're giving out too.
チェイテ復興のため私も新しいミッションを提示します鹿のように元気よく働きなさい
What's the next thing? Let me just complete all the news. I forgot where the story thing jumped off to. That's the only issue. It doesn't tell you where it went. Let's see here. I'm gonna go on radio silence for a second. 'Cause I'm gonna also need to get myself something to drink. So, mic silent, but I'm gonna still be playing through. That's the beauty of this application that I'm using. I can actually like move around and stuff while still getting everything completed. I'm not playing it through the computer. It's just being recorded on the computer. So no, I can still live life. So BRB.
いいぞ、見せてやるとも。
ゲッチュー。やばっ。
そうだ。いいぞ、見せてやるとも。踊れ。どうか。お望みのままに。それ。柄ではないんだけどね。
やばっ。
それもいいな。踊れ。夢のように片付けよう。この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
燃え尽きるほどファイ
ちょっぴり本気だ。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを押し信長ぞ。もう終わりなのか。まったく骨のない。
チェイテ復興のため、私も出費は惜しみません。こちらを与えます。どうぞ。
私とてシャレはわかる。華麗に踊ってみせろよ。
Alright, I have returned. Got some water.
それいいそれもいいな。まだまだ負けるなよ。
Alright, didn't miss a beat.
それもいいな。
Samsung Flow. That is why it's Android over iPhone. If you're an iPhone user, you can't do what I do. No cords required. I just pick up my phone, walk away. Still streaming. It might have slowed down a bit though. I will say that, you know, and probably like maybe drop a little bit. Okay, you didn't see it. That's good enough. And you know what? Speaking of that, man, I forgot I was supposed to be trying to fix my other computer, so we wouldn't have the drop. I gotta get back on that. But the situation surrounding it was extremely technical, and there was a lot of things. I try to pull a whole bunch of stars from second wave. I have to remember to use the second skill as well. I try to pull as many stars as I can to make it to where I can kind of crit through the next set.
ゲイボルクを
Yep, so if something like this
この
happens,
辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか
you try to put as much star weight on her.
夢のように
いいぞ見せてや
So
る
ideally one shot this whole wave.
信長ぞ
Anybody joining in, you know, don't forget about the Discord group. Type it into the chat one more time.
踊り足りないなこれで
But yeah, this thing's about to go off notification. Okay.
それにしてもお前は働き者です。新しいクエスト。
Oh boy. I think we're halfway there to our goal. Oh yeah, after this one,
慌てない
I'm gonna
呪文噛むからね
buy the
お望みのままに
craft essence.
影の国へ連れて行こうゲイボルクを
The level and difficulty was always so random. It's like we just got done fighting higher level people and all of a sudden we come across this. And it's
この
like,
辺りいじった方がいい
we could just accidentally kill you. Yeah, that's true. You kind of just unlock stuff kind of randomly and you kind of get what you get.
金は後。
Wait,
敵対してるのになぜアイテム渡さなきゃいけないの？
have enough for this one. I had the wrong
ど
one.
うぞどうぞ。
One will still, I think, be helpful. That's everything off the list. Now we'll just go back
それにし
to
ても
progress.
お前は働き者ですね。大変喜ばしいです。
Pumpkin
全ての人間が
skeletons,
お前のようならいいのですね。
berserker class, chaotic, and evil. So we need a chaotic, evil berserker. Does she fit that? I thought she was a hero. Oops. Do you have Ibaraki? I can check this out. Oh, you do have Ibaraki. Chaotic Evil. Perfect. It's just missing the pumpkin skeleton, but it's chaotic, evil, and berserker, all wrapped in one. Oh, look at that. Yeah, who are we fighting again? Homunculus and Scarecrow. This one. Alrighty.
いいぞ、見せてやる。どうかな。お望みのままに。それじゃ。それ。
Wow, I'm looking for them 30 sync cores that they said they're gonna give us. I'm ready. Alright, Ibaraki being all in one for us. I think I might be able to just one-shot this with, oh, really?
それもいいな。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクオン。天地に轟け。我が魂のロックンロール。
チェイテ復興のため、私も出費は惜しみません。新しいミッションを提示します。 鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。新しいクエストが発見されました。リスのように機敏に向かいなさい。
Yeah, I just logged in on my account, so my servant's gonna be it's gonna be appearing right now.
せっかくだ。羽目を外すか。見とれるのはいいが、無様に死ぬなよ。
But I don't think I actually need it. So far, these servants have been literally doing everything.
お望みのままに。どうか。夢のように片付ける。
I'm remembering.
ちょっ影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを
I think the fastest grind to an event. I was thinking about it. The fastest grind I did was during the first summer event. With my second account, was actually created it around that time, and I was able to blast through it and get
この辺りいじった方がいい。
and get the craft essence. It was quite hype. Didn't record it. Should have recorded it. Because I did it with like basically a level 1 account. As soon as they let me touch the event, I just went straight at it. Alright, so it counts as chaotic servant. Sounds good.
弱音は後。今は休みなく戦う時よ。血もな新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。新しいクエストが
out really well. It's been 2 hours of streaming and it's still got quite a bit of power. You can see it at the top right. It's holding up pretty strongly. So yeah, and just as a recap in case anybody's new, I'm helping the subscriber try to get through the Halloween event in one night. So it's basically like a speed run. I could probably clickbait this with speed run, but I might consider that actually. But basically that's what this is. It's basically a speed run through the event. How fast can we get through it? And relatively pretty quickly actually. Without even needing to change the team. Literally just been running this trio whole time, regardless of the support server. Oh man, 53 stars. That'd have been great for the next round. I might be able to get a shot at this too. Yeah, I guess I might as well put speedrun in it. It's one sitting.
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
We ended up getting one of the sync boards for defeating super giant enemies. Knocking out all the birds. Extra man prisons. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go back to killing Ibaraki. I'm kind of stuck, so we'll continue to bully the banana. Account holder. You want to get summon tickets? You know, get some summon tickets with the mana prisms, which material did you want? I can go ahead and pick that up.
望みのままに。どうか
それじゃサンキューわしのビートの一丁
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
わしのビートの一丁
Oh man. Oh wait. I can just do it like
ちょっと待って本気だ。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを信長ぞ。
time to bully the Oni.
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
風対策は万全ですか？報酬か2度ならず3度までも。こんな最悪。新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。新しいクエストが発見されました。リスの
And see, the other reason I'm not really even is I'm trying to clear this as fast as possible. So even though I could be like mixing up the team, and even for this one, all I had to do is really just switch out Scathar for like a caster. But in terms of like just trying to push through it as fast as possible, time clicking servants and all that stuff, it pulls away from your time. So overall, really, it's best as it's not like continue to revamp the team for every single fight, unless your team is just completely ill-equipped. And hopefully the order of how I choose my cards always makes sense to everybody. Alright, can this? I kind of doubt she's gonna one-shot this. If she does, that'd be freaking awesome. That'd be pretty much all the stars that we'll need for the next set. Just a little short. 65 stars. And then we had double busters with them. Oh, we got Edgy Grandpa. We might can still kind of push through this. Still completing them Babylonia quest. And someone. All right. Oh. Okay. Didn't know we that one. Money, money, money. All right. Well, back to the Oni. Dang. Yeah, like that. I don't even think we need to. Yeah. Mission quest always have like this one spot where you kind of slow down because you have to grind one specific thing out in order to progress through. That generally happens with the mission. It's a bit tragic, but it's a part of it.
地に轟け。
After killing her one more time, that should open up our next requirement, or the next part in the story. Unless this is it? That's not it. I'll come back to that. the end part is going to pick up in difficulty pretty drastically, though. It's actually cool. Like when you get to the hordes, it's a little bit more challenging, and I might have to do a change of team then, but we'll see. Because having a single target berserker isn't going to really cut it for that.
インフォメーションをご覧ください。こちらを与えます。新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。
We're in the next part of the story. Finally. I'm mad I forgot where I had to go next. That's so frustrating. I'm going another mute mic, but you know, we'll still be here playing.
影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを
わしのビートが打ち落ち燃え尽きるほど本
夢のように
信長ザ・
あったあったあった。久しぶりの運動は応えるね。
インフォメーションをご覧ください。こちらを与えます。どうぞ。
遠からん者はよーく聞け。近くば寄ってわしを見よ。これよりは第六天魔王、
お望みのままに
いいな。
それ。
それじゃ
踊れ。それもいいな。踊れ。それもいいな。
お望みのままに。
しゃっ。
ケチュ
そうだ。
それじゃ
それいいぞ。見せてやるから。
それじゃ
待て。本気だ。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを信長ザいいぞ、見せてやるとも。
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
All right. I think I'm gonna try to look and see if there's another more efficient drone route. Because we need a whole bunch of drones. I only need 6. How many was in there? Probably 6. I guess it's enough. Still drones, right? Yeah. So I should be able to use this and have it back in time.
それもいいな。それもいいな。いいぞ、それもいいな。
We're just gonna have to accept the fact that she's not going to kill them all that quickly. But I don't want to spend too much time on that wave again. Let's see if I can. Oh, crap, I didn't look at Nobu's health. Yeah, I already know we're gonna have another round. Just need to blast mark off the face of the planet. Yep, and I gave her another little phantasm. Let's go ahead and pop these stars. Holy crap, 5 things got completed at one time. 7 if you count these as well. Efficient farming, baby.
新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。こちらを与えます。新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。
Aerial Drive is an amazing craft essence.
こちらはとてもレアな新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。新しいクエストが発見されました。リスのように機敏に向かいなさい。
私とてシャレはわかる。華麗に踊ってみせろよ。
Okay, there's 2 ways. So,
たまには上手に燃え尽きるほど
this actually looks like a really good chance to get a whole bunch of stars for the next round.
影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを
Yep, 59 stars. So I really just need Hero Creation EX. That's still just need effectiveness for a turn. Pull the top this way. Good old Buster means breaking those bars.
いろいろしたいのにおだまりなさい
Holy crap, she almost died right there. Yeah, it's a good thing I put all the focus on her. 'Cause at that point, she was expendable. I gotta kill 15
インフォメーションをご覧ください。大抵のことはそこに記され新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。
I just need to kill Divine 4 more times. We'll cross that bridge. Oh no, we're approaching 3 hours. That would have been a little bit more efficient than this.
せっかくだ。羽目を外すか。見とれるのはいいんだ。無様に死ぬなよ。それ。たまには上品に。いい、それもちょっぴり本気だ。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを
You count as. We'll find out.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
燃え尽きるほど
Alright. It's gonna be a gamble.
わしのロックが聞きたいのか
Maybe. Oh, yeah, we're fine.
三回神仏開示作戦。我こそは大楽天のハーケン。どうだ。踊り足り
Oh, nice. Good. We returned
これ
that.
で
I can't remember if he's lawful. I feel like he's divine. my eye out on these things. He's Ryder. Yeah, he's not considered divine.
チェイテ復興のため、私、新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。こちらはとてもレア。
Ishtar is definitely divine.
インフォメーションをご覧ください。大抵のことはそこに記されています。
I wanted to do. I know Ozymandias is in here somewhere. If I can't find him, I'll just do Ishtar. I can't remember if I fought him on here. Is Martha divine? Yeah, just kill Ishtar. You know, safety.
Probably
actually summon more serpents.
影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを いいぞ、見せてやるとも。まだまだ。
Nothing crit.
いいぞ、見せてやるとも。そうです。 それもいいな。
Alright, looks like something's gotta die. And the answer is everything.
もいい踊れゲッチュー
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
二度ならず三度までもこんな最悪に襲われるなんて、私のチェイテ城を何だと思って。
Oops, one thing.
インフォメーションをご覧ください。こちらはとても
遠からん者はよーく聞け。近くばよってわしを見よ。これよりは第六天魔王織田信長がすげえ。それじゃ
いいとも。それ。
そうだ。
それじゃ
たまには上品にな。
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
燃え尽きるほどファイヤーに。ちょいい。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを追いかけろ。
Oh, that actually did more damage than I figured it was going to do. Yeah, it's a bit. I like to see big numbers.
それじゃ
信長さんロック
あったあったあった。久しぶりの運動は応えるね。
二度ならず三度までもこちらを与えます。どうぞ。 ストが発見されました。リスのように機敏に。
せっかくだ。羽目を外すか。見とれるのはいいが、それもそれじゃしゃっそうだ。やばっ。いいぞ、見せてやるから。
夢のように片付けよう。
たまには上手にね。わしのビートが打ちょっぴり本気だ。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクをわしのビートが打ち
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
わしのロックがそれじゃいいぞ、見せてやるとも。信長ザ・ロックもう終わりなのか。はっ、骨のない。
弱音は後。今は休みなく戦う時よ。新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。
慌てない慌てない。呪文噛むからね。
それじゃ踊れ。見せてやるとも。しゃっ 日々本気だ。ゲッチュー。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクオン。わしのビートが打ちませ
お前さん夢のように
ん。それじゃ信長ぞ
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
それにしてもお前は働き者ですね。こちらはとてもレアな新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きなさい。新しいクエストが
渚の第六天魔王オンステージじゃ。センキュー。
いいとも。
イエイ。
それ。
それじゃ
いいぞ、見せてやると。たまには上品にな。たまには上品にな。たまには上品にな。ちょっといいぞ、見せてやるとも。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクオン。まだまだ焦るなよ。そうだそうだ、それもいいな。踊れ。
ゲッチュー。 信長ザ踊り足りないな。これで
チェイテ復興のため私も出費は惜しみません。欲しいものはありますか？こちらを与えます。どうぞ。
On the home stretch, but at the same time, I think I want to go to sleep. I don't really feel tired. I just don't know if I want to stay up all night. But I don't feel tired. Like I could still keep going. Still got plenty of power, so it's not necessary. Um, it's just hard to say. This anima though, that one kind of bothers me. Um,
いいぞ、見せてやるとも。
そうです。
ちょっといい。それもいいな。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクを それじゃ
And now I got a green health for the stream.
インフォメーションをご覧ください。大抵のことはそこに記されています。こちらはとてもレアな品物。こちらを与えます。
Alright, that is part 1 complete. We got the Aussie Craft Essence. Not there. I don't think it's here either. I think it's down here. Scrap Autonoma. I don't think anybody else. I don't think there's any other ones. If I remember correctly, on mine, I ran across the same thing where Autonoma was just that one little corner. Yeah, same thing. Let me see how many we get out of this. I think Autonoma is that? No? Is it this? Silver. Alright, once I blast through all this energy, I think I'm gonna wrap it up.
ちょっ
それじゃ
本気だ。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクオン
夢のように片付けよう。この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
待たせた。
それもいい。
信長ザ
That literally did just enough damage.
お望みのままに。それ。
第六天魔王からは逃げられん。
チェイテ復興のため私も出費は惜しみません。欲しいものはありますか？新しいミッションを提示します。鹿のように元気よく働きな。
どうぞどうぞ。渚の第六天魔王オンステージじゃ。
いいとも。それ。
踊れ。そうだ。
のば
それもいいな。
それじゃ
いいぞ。見せてやるとも。それもいいな。いいぞ。見せてやるとも。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクオン
しのビートが宇宙
お任せ。夢のように片付
燃え尽きるほど本能
けよう。お任せ。夢のように片付けよう。
にわし
それもいいな。
信長ザ・ロック
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。よし、戦いだ。苦手だけど全力で行こうか。いいとも。
それじゃ
それ。
それもいいな。
それじゃシャッゲッチューシャッ
そうだ。
それじゃ
それもいいな。
シャッ
そう。もう。いいとも。それ。
ゲッチュー
たまには上品にな。
燃え尽きるほど本能
ちょっぴり本気だ。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクオン貴族。
わしのビートが宇宙
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。お任
信長ぞロック
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こう。
こちらアイテムです。アイテムはどうぞどうぞ。こちらアイテム。弱音は後。今は休みなく戦う時よ。血も涙もないのかです。
からん者はよーく聞け。近くばよってわしを見よ。これよりは第六天魔王、それもいいな。
それ踊れ。
のばのばそれじゃセンキューイエイ
どうか
いいぞ、いいぞ、見せてやるとも。まだまだ負けるなよ。
わしのビートが打ち
ちょっぴり
お望みのままに。
本気だ。影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクオン。
お前さん、夢のように
わしのビートが打ちわしのビートが打ち
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか。
信長ぞ
あったあったあった。久しぶりの運動は応えるね。
right. This is where we're gonna take a quick break. Oh,
私も
I
出
say
費は
quick
惜しみ
break.
ません
I'm going
欲
to
しいものはありますか
sleep.
こちらはとてもレアな品物です。ありがたく使うように
Yeah. It was fun. Make sure to join the Discord group. Description is crap. The link is in the description. And if you're interested in being included in this, you know, chat it up in the Discord group. You never know, you might make it yourself. But until then, adios.